Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a closer look at Kentucky Derby contender Soup and Sandwich, the runner-up in the Florida Derby in only his third lifetime start. Let's watch the stretch run of the Florida Derby, Mike. And Soup and Sandwich showed very good speed in this race. He's the gray in-between horses. While no match for the winner, known agenda, he finishes ahead of an accomplished horse. Going into the race, Greatest Honor was the leading 3-year-old in South Florida.
Yeah, that's true, Dan. I mean, I guess in some ways, the right way to look at the race is probably not only that Soup and Sandwich didn't improve in this race, because he did, but the reality is the Greatest Honor really failed to fire in this race. So we'll see. This is a very interesting horse, regardless, Dan. Just because he's so lightly raced, the talent that he possesses, to me, is pretty apparent. And he did take a pretty big step forward in that Grade 1 last time.
He was only, again, his third lifetime start, going 1 1/8. He was aggressively ridden. He looks like the kind of horse who's handy and can sit. In his second lifetime start, I know it was against overmatched competition, but the pace was not fast, and he relaxed very well off of the leaders.
Yeah, they obviously had a conscious plan there to let the leaders go to try to teach this horse a lesson about rating. I suppose in some ways it worked. He was still very, very green in that race. Once she took over, that's been a real problem for this horse. He's been very green in all 3 of his starts. He was a little better last time in the Florida Derby, although he still failed to change leads in the stretch. It just seems like there's a lot to work on with this horse, but he's got a lot of talent, so they're going to press on and go to the Derby with him.
And your point leads me to the next question. He is very green. We saw him fail to change leads in the Florida Derby. He's talented, but do you think this is a case of perhaps too much too soon? Only his 4th lifetime start against the best 3-year-olds in the country, a big full field, trying Churchill Downs for the first time.
Yeah, I think it might be too much too soon for this horse, Dan. That being said, I sort of understand why they want to take the shot with this horse. Again, I really feel like he has a lot of ability in a lot of ways of, the 20 horses that are going to show up there at Churchill next Saturday. If you told me I could just take one to take with me going forward, Soup and Sandwich would be in the conversation. I think this horse really has a lot of ability. I do wonder if they're rushing him just a bit.
Buyer speed figure, the career best, a 90 from the Florida Derby. That number pales in comparison to those of the main contenders. So Soup and Sandwich still has work to do. He has a lot of talent. We'll see if he's hungry enough to win the Derby on the first Saturday in May.